Hold on to absolutely everything you have got, because Emmerdale has just officially confirmed that this summer is going to be unlike anything the village has seen in years. We are not talking about a couple of dramatic episodes or a mid-season twist that gets resolved within a fortnight. We are talking about a full, sprawling, gloriously chaotic summer of storylines that the show itself is describing as a summer of chaos. And when Emmerdale uses that kind of language, they mean every single word of it. Two names in particular are at the heart of everything that is coming. And if you know this show, those names alone will be enough to send a shiver of anticipation down your spine. Robert Sugden is returning to the center of a mystery so compelling and so carefully constructed that fans have already been losing their minds trying to piece it together. And Mackenzie Boyd, fresh from everything he has been through, is coming back with revenge on his mind and a plan that could tear the village apart. Summer has never looked so dangerous in the Dales, and we are here for every single second of it. When Emmerdale announces a summer of big storylines, the television world pays attention. This is a show with more than 50 years of extraordinary drama behind it, a show that has delivered some of the most memorable and emotionally powerful moments in British soap opera history. When the production team and the writers put their collective weight behind a summer season and officially confirm that major, interconnected storylines are coming, it is not marketing hyperbole. It is a genuine promise, backed by one of the most experienced and ambitious creative teams in British television. The confirmation that this summer will bring a mystery surrounding Robert Sugden and a revenge plot from Mackenzie Boyd has generated excitement at a level that even Emmerdale's normally engaged fanbase has rarely reached in recent memory. Both of these characters carry enormous emotional weight with the audience. Both of them have histories that are rich with unresolved tension, complicated relationships, and the kind of dramatic potential that comes from years of careful character building. The fact that their stories are apparently going to unfold simultaneously and possibly intersect makes the prospect of this summer almost unbearably exciting for dedicated viewers. In this video, we are going to dig into everything that has been confirmed, everything that has been hinted at, and everything that the evidence of both characters' histories suggests might be coming. We will look at the fan reaction, analyze what these storylines mean in the broader context of Emmerdale's current creative direction, and explore the possibilities that a summer of chaos opens up for the show and its audience. There is a great deal to cover, and all of it is genuinely thrilling. So let us get started. To understand why the confirmation of this summer's storylines has landed with such tremendous impact, you need to understand who Robert Sugden and Mackenzie Boyd are, what they represent to Emmerdale's audience, and why their stories carry the kind of weight that makes major announcements about them feel genuinely significant. Robert Sugden is one of the most complicated and compelling characters that Emmerdale has ever produced. His history in the village stretches back decades, through multiple incarnations and transformations that have made him one of the show's most fascinating long-term character studies. He arrived originally as a troubled young man, shaped by a difficult relationship with his father Jack Sugden, and by the particular pressures of growing up in a tight-knit rural community while wrestling with aspects of his identity that he found difficult to accept. Over time, Robert evolved from a relatively straightforward antagonist into something far more layered and morally complex, a man capable of genuine love and genuine cruelty, of extraordinary loyalty and devastating betrayal. His relationship with Erin Dingle became one of the most celebrated in British soap opera history, a love story that resonated with millions of viewers and that handled questions of identity, acceptance, and commitment with a depth and sincerity that elevated the material far above the usual soap romance. Robert and Erin, known affectionately to their vast fan base as Rob-Ron, became one of those soap couples whose story transcended the show itself, generating passionate fan communities and a level of emotional investment that persisted even through the character's departure from the village. Robert left Emmerdale under circumstances that were genuinely dramatic, the product of storyline choices that were controversial at the time and that have never been entirely resolved in the minds of devoted fans. His absence from the village has been felt throughout the years since his departure, and any suggestion of his return or of major developments in his story is guaranteed to generate enormous excitement. The confirmation that a mystery surrounding Robert Sugden is at the heart of this summer's chaos takes that excitement to an entirely new level. What kind of mystery? That is precisely the question that the Emmerdale team has been careful not to answer in full, maintaining the suspense that makes the lead-up to major storylines so enjoyable for engaged viewers. But the word mystery itself is a significant choice. It suggests something that is not immediately clear, something that requires investigation or revelation, something that will unfold gradually rather than arriving fully formed. A mystery involving Robert Sugden could mean many things. A secret from his past that is resurfacing, a question about where he has been or what he has been doing, a revelation about his relationships or his circumstances that nobody in the village currently knows. Any of these possibilities is rich with dramatic potential, and the deliberate vagueness of the confirmation has given fans enormous room to theorize and speculate. Mackenzie Boyd presents a completely different but equally compelling profile. Mac arrived in Emmerdale as a charming, roguish outsider with strong connections to the Dingle family and an instinct for getting himself into complicated situations. Over his time in the village, he has developed into one of the show's most entertaining and emotionally engaging characters, someone whose surface lightness conceals real depth and whose capacity for both loyalty and self-destruction has been consistently interesting to watch. His story has been dominated by his relationships, most notably his complicated romantic history and his connections to the Dingle family network that sits at the heart of so much of Emmerdale's best drama. Mac has been through genuinely significant dramatic experiences that have tested him, revealed him, and changed him in ways that the show has explored with considerable skill. The journey from the charming rogue who first arrived to the man who is now apparently planning revenge is one that the writers have earned through careful, patient character development. The word revenge in the context of Mac's summer storyline is perhaps even more electrifying than the word mystery in relation to Robert. Revenge as a dramatic engine is one of the oldest and most reliable in storytelling, but it only works when the audience understands and believes in the emotional reality behind it. Mac seeking revenge is compelling precisely because his audience knows him well enough to understand what could drive him to that point, what he has lost or suffered that would make revenge feel not just desirable but necessary. The confirmation that this is where his story is going suggests that everything he has been through recently is leading to a point of decisive, dangerous action, and that the consequences are going to be felt across the village. Emmerdale's decision to center its summer season on these two characters also says something important about the show's current creative priorities. Both Robert Sugden and Mackenzie Boyd represent different aspects of the Emmerdale character tradition. Robert, the long-serving, deeply embedded figure whose history is woven into the fabric of the show across decades, and Mac, the more recent addition whose impact has been powerful enough to make him feel essential to the village's ongoing story. By combining a mystery rooted in the show's history with a revenge plot driving its present, the summer season appears designed to satisfy both long-term devotees and newer viewers simultaneously. The official confirmation of Emmerdale's Summer of Chaos came with enough detail to ignite the fanbase while carefully preserving the most important narrative surprises for the screen, which is exactly the right balance for this kind of announcement. What has been confirmed is that both storylines are already in motion, that they will unfold across the summer months with building intensity, and that both are being treated as major, high-priority narrative events by the production team. The mystery surrounding Robert Sugden has been confirmed as one of the summer's central threads, a storyline that the show is clearly treating with considerable seriousness and that has apparently been in development for some time. The use of the word mystery rather than more specific descriptors like return or revelation is deliberate, and it tells us something important about the nature of what is coming. A mystery implies that there are things the audience does not yet know, things that will be gradually revealed as the story unfolds, and things that may not be entirely what they seem on the surface. Fan speculation about the Robert storyline has been extraordinary in its range and inventiveness. Some viewers have focused on the possibility that the mystery involves his relationship with Aaron and what the current state of that relationship might be. Others have theorized about unresolved business from before his departure, secrets or consequences that have been waiting to surface. A significant number of fans have speculated about the possibility of Robert's physical return to the village as part of the mystery's resolution, though the confirmation has been careful not to confirm or deny this. What can be said with confidence is that the mystery is being treated as genuinely significant, not a footnote or a background element, but a major storyline that will demand attention and generate genuine dramatic tension. The confirmation about Mackenzie Boyd's revenge plot is in some ways even more immediately dramatic, because revenge implies action, conflict, and consequences that will ripple outward from Mac to affect those around him. The show has confirmed that Mac's revenge is targeted, that it is the product of specific events and specific feelings, rather than a generalized sense of grievance, and that it is going to lead him into situations that are genuinely dangerous for himself and for others. Who is the target of Mac's revenge? This is the question that has dominated fan discussion since the confirmation was made, and it is a question that the show has been appropriately careful about answering in advance. The possibilities are numerous, given the range of characters who have been involved in Mac's recent storylines and the various ways in which he has been hurt, betrayed, or wronged over the course of his time in the village. The ambiguity is itself part of the excitement, because it means that virtually every character who has had significant interaction with Mac becomes a possible target in the minds of engaged viewers, creating a sense of suspense that extends well beyond Mac's own storyline and colors the way audiences watch every scene involving him. What the confirmation has made clear is that Mac's revenge is not going to be a brief, easily resolved plot. This is a summer-long story, carefully constructed and paced to build towards something that will genuinely shake the village. The writers have apparently invested significant time in developing Mac's journey from where he is now to the explosive moments that are coming, ensuring that when the revenge plays out, it feels completely earned and completely devastating. The relationship between the two storylines, the Robert mystery and the Mac revenge plot, is something that the confirmation has been tantalizingly vague about. Are these two narratives going to run in parallel without intersecting? Or is there some connection between them, some point at which the mystery and the revenge collide in a way that amplifies the impact of both? Emmerdale at its best creates exactly this kind of interconnected storytelling, where multiple threads are woven together in ways that create moments of unexpected but perfectly logical collision. The fact that both storylines are apparently being developed as part of a unified summer season, with the official label of A Summer of Chaos covering both, suggests that the production team sees them as related in some meaningful way, even if the precise nature of that relationship has not yet been revealed. There are other elements to the confirmed Summer of Chaos beyond these two central storylines. The phrase itself implies a broader period of dramatic intensity across the show, with multiple characters and families caught up in events that are bigger and more dangerous than their everyday Emmerdale lives. Several other ongoing storylines are apparently going to reach significant turning points during the summer months, meaning that the Robert mystery and the Mac revenge plot will be unfolding against a backdrop of widespread village drama that raises the stakes for everyone. The production team have spoken about the summer season with genuine enthusiasm and pride, describing it as the kind of ambitious, emotionally rich storytelling that the show is at its best when it commits to fully. There is a sense from everything that has been said officially that this is a summer season that has been planned with real care and real ambition, a period of television that the writers and producers are genuinely proud of and genuinely excited to share with the audience. The reaction to Emmerdale's confirmation of its Summer of Chaos has been, in a word, enormous. Both the Robert Sugden revelation and the Mackenzie Boyd revenge confirmation have generated responses that reflect just how deeply these characters are embedded in the emotions of the show's fanbase. The response to the Robert Sugden mystery has been particularly intense, driven by the fact that Robert remains one of the most beloved and most discussed characters in the show's recent history. The Robron fanbase, which has maintained its passion and its online presence with remarkable consistency throughout the years since Robert's departure, responded to the confirmation with an explosion of excitement that quickly made Emmerdale and Robert Sugden trending topics across multiple social media platforms. The outpouring of enthusiasm has been extraordinary, with fans sharing memories of their favorite Robert storylines, expressing their hopes and theories about what the mystery might involve, and simply celebrating the fact that one of the show's most iconic characters is back at the center of a major storyline. The reaction has also brought out the theorists in force. Emmerdale fan communities include some of the most analytically sharp and narratively attentive viewers in British soap fandom, and they have applied those skills with enormous energy to the Robert mystery confirmation. Theories have ranged from the relatively straightforward to the genuinely elaborate, drawing on years of the show's continuity and on close readings of every piece of official information that has been released. Several theories have gained enough traction to become the dominant narratives in fan discussion, with passionate debates about their relative merits playing out across forums, social media threads, and dedicated fan podcasts. The Mac revenge confirmation has generated a different but equally passionate response. Mackenzie Boyd has developed a very devoted fan base during his time in the village, viewers who have followed his journey closely and who feel deeply invested in where his story goes next. The confirmation that he is coming for revenge has been received with a mixture of excitement and genuine anticipation, with fans eager to see a character they love step into a more aggressive and decisive narrative role. There is also, interestingly, a thread of anxiety in some of the fan reaction, a recognition that a revenge plot of this nature is likely to put Mac in danger, and that the consequences of what he is planning may not be entirely positive for him, even if he achieves what he is after. Media coverage of the Summer of Chaos confirmation has been extensive and enthusiastic. Entertainment outlets and soap journalism publications have covered the announcement with prominent features, and television critics, who follow Emmerdale with genuine interest, have offered thoughtful analysis of what the confirmed storylines suggest about the show's current creative direction. The general consensus in the critical commentary has been very positive, with most observers agreeing that centering the summer